It's, that, that is crazy. Have you not got a composite cable sticking out the back of your graphics card there? Oh, go on, these composite cables are the future.
It's all good. I mean, whatever. It works fine for me. I don't care about no high def.
You're funny. You're so funny. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it just can't transmit the signal quick enough. Maybe that's the issue.
So anyway, that's me with Division 2.
I think we are live on YouTube.
Yes, you are. Yeah, it is.
Boom.
Just in time for me.
Booyah.
So Duke, no, I was massively distracted now. I do apologise because I do want to listen to what you think of the Division 2. I think.
Well, I'm all done talking about it.
I think you and I are very similar. In fact, like we're not interested in the end game, right?
Yeah.
Not the movie, The End Game. But you know, playing the game, we want to play a game start to finish and then fuck it off, right? Or like in your case, Skyrim, you want to enjoy that world alone, right? Just alone.
Right.
So that concerns me that the game sort of. I know you said it's not as much as maybe half, but you know, for me, like Division 2 is just about wrapping up people with your friends with good game mechanics, which Ubisoft do very well. When I played it very, very briefly. I have to say that the dialogue was very, very bad, and I think you brought this up last week. And to the point, I think you brought up something that was similar to this, but it wasn't exactly this. Where some basically bad people turned up, and somebody on my side went, "Oh no!" Do you know what I mean? Like they dropped like an egg on the floor, instead of an invasion where they could potentially die. They just, oh no, like that. So that was a bit odd. Is there a lot of story in the game, or is it all kind of pushed to the back?
Not really. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know what the main story is, because it's just like, you know, the missions are all the same. Go here, kill a bunch of people, get this thing. What I've been noticing is, you know, you're claiming territory, you're claiming locations. I just went to a new place where they're like, we have 7 survivors. Go get the people who did this. And you're about to walk out. It's a silent protagonist. You're about to walk out, and the person says, hey, kill all of them. And it's just like, really? That was the dramatic thing you needed to call me back for? But, you know, whatever. Like, it's a lot of fun to play it. It's just, no, who cares about the story?
Yeah, the silent protagonist bothers me, to be honest.
Yeah.
IP in the chat says, Endgame equals games as a service. That's his little 2 cents. Thank you, Pete. Put pow.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it.
What level are you on the Division 2, Duke? Sorry.
13.
13. All right. I'll try and catch you up.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Right. So, is it me?
Yes, it is.
Is it me? Right. Well, I've been playing Muramasa Rebirth still. I'm still playing that game.
Oh,
yeah. On the Sony Vita. You know, that thing that they've just stopped making. So I'm one of the very few people that is still using it. No, I'm not. There's probably still quite a few people using this console, I guess. But yeah, I've got to say, this game just gets better and better. The more I play it.
How many hours are you in?
I'm just coming up to about 10 hours. Coming up to about 10 hours into this game. And it's great. I've just been into Hell. So I've just been down to Hell, which was really, really cool. I've got to say, the artwork in this game is just beautiful.
Hey, speaking of Bury, we're going to have our meetup at the arcade club then. Take that, Bury, a town I know nothing about, but felt like slagging off for no reason.
I know. I don't know where that came from. But yes, I've been down to Hell, and it's.
Speaking of Manchester, sorry,
Jesus Christ, and I'm so impressed with how it's structured. Yeah. Because it does this really cool thing of like you fight a lot of little minion things that aren't that difficult. But then it gives you like a mini boss to fight. So then you fight the mini boss, and then the next thing you know, you're fighting some minions. And each of these mini bosses is slightly different in the way they attack you, and they're really hard to kill. And then you obviously get to the end of it, and then you've got like this big, massive boss battle with and it's so cool the way it's so clever. And the backdrops is like you can see all these like what look like little people sort of almost like inside, of inside where you see all the little sort of slaves as it were.
Yeah.
And it just looks beautiful. And they're like all rolling around in the background. Then when you get to the final boss fight, you use these little mounds of stones to hide behind while the boss is attacking. And he like smashes them up. Then the little people who are like stuck in hell help rebuild them for you while you're fighting him. So they rebuild your little bases for you to hide behind. It's just so cool. And
Stu, I've clicked on a random section of this game.
Yeah.
And there is a naked man, hiding his genitalia in a shared bath.
That's quite weird because I'm playing as a female character. So when you play as a female character, it does not look like that.
No.
But obviously because it's Japanese, the female character is kind of just hiding her modesty with a little tiny towel.
Of course.
Because obviously it's Japanese. Yeah, it's a bit weird. That's the spa you go to regenerate your health and repair all your swords and stuff.
Right. Of course.
You just accept it.
I feel silly. I feel silly for asking.
You feel silly for asking. I'm sure you do. But you just accept it. But hell is just, like I say, incredible. So you finish all that stuff off and finally kill the big boss. And like, wow, this must be getting close to the end. But then you've got to go to heaven and become like a god, like a mini god. So I don't know how that's going to go on, but it's just brilliant. Honestly, I love this game. It's got so much depth to it, and every boss battle just feels epic.
Epic boss battle.
And it's a long time since I've played a game where the boss battles feel epic. Like you're having a proper battle.
Well, you should play The Division 2 because most enemies are red, but occasionally you get purple enemies, and then the bosses are yellow. How much more epic can you get?
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow. So anyway, if you've got a Vita, I absolutely recommend that you should play. Actually, you've got Hell is on now on the screen.
Or you could just, why don't you just check your bin? Because your Vita might be in there.
Or in a bush.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you've got to play this game. If you've got a Vita, dust it off. If you've never played this game, dust it off, get it bought. It's 15 quid on the App Store, which is pretty good, or on the whatever PlayStation Store. So it's not a huge investment for a lot of game.
Cool.
So, yeah, totally recommend it. Get this game, buy it now. It's amazing.
Lovely.
There you go. That's it for me for that. Right, move on.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we've got to spin the fucking wheel.
Spin the fucking wheel.
Fuck this wheel, man. It's not as straightforward as you think, you kids. With your,
I know. It's very,
with
very.
your Pogs and your Dreamcast. Right,
hey,
spinning it.
Remember Alf? He's back in Pog form. That's for you, Anthony. Antonio, whatever your name is.
Eric, you're up.
No, I don't have anything else to say. It's been The Division, it's been Minecraft, it's been Rocket League.
All right, fuck you then. Let's spin the wheel.
Again.
Stu, you're up.
Okay, right.
Oh, you don't have anything else to talk about as well? All right, no worries.
Lots of stuff to talk about.
Mike, you're up.
Shut up. Are you gonna go next? Are you doing that?
No, I was doing a little bit of a joke.
Okay, other game I'm playing, which is similar in style.
Stu, I'd like to apologise for the joke that I just made. It was very rude and insensitive.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you, rude ass?
Rude. Yeah. No,
Stu, I'd also like to apologise for when I insulted you on last week's show. That was also very rude.
I'd like to apologise for apologising so much.
I forget that. I forget about stuff like that because you do it all the time.
It's
just the norm. Oh, Ginny. That's just reminded me of something really stupid. I've just suddenly thought of something. It's nothing to do with games, but it is to do with you, kinda.
Okay.
It's to do with you.
Yeah, the rumours are true. I do have a massive penis.
No, it isn't that. You may or may not be aware of this.
Apologize for Chinny's massive penis.
Because it is a very kind of crappy type show, But there's a show on the TV called Married at First Sight.
Yes, I do know it. I know exactly what you're going to say.
That this week. And it was where you got married. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I watched that show. I never watch shows like that. And I watched that one. And I was like, that looked like, that's exactly where me and Tara got married. And
it was really weird.
Where John Mouse got married. And I was like, I recognise that room. That's where Tara was. And the other thing that just reminded me of is I went to my brother-in-law's house over the weekend, Stu, and your picture is in his house twice.
Wow.
That is weird.
Every time he switches on the Raspberry Pi, he gets an image of me and you, so that makes me laugh. And he plays it a lot. I know Armar's in the chat as well because he made them. Simeon plays that Raspberry Pi all the time. He absolutely loves it. And he switched it on, and I was like, "Why is Stu in your living room?" Like this, and then I looked at a picture on the wall, and you're in the background of Simeon and his wife.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Stu's in this house twice. Like how lurking around."
Lurking. That's cool. But I don't know what suddenly made me think of that, but I was thinking before the show, I'm like, I'll have to mention that because where Ginny got married. Right. Anyway. Devil May Cry 5. I am.
Oh, you're still playing this wank?
I'm playing the hell out of it. I'm probably 3/4 of the way through. I don't think I've got a whole long way to go. I'm on about level 15 out of 20, so I've only got about 5 levels left to do. It's good. It's good. I'm not blown away by it, but I am enjoying it. And as I'm playing more of it, and getting slightly better at the combat. I am enjoying it more, It's kind of cool what they do at the end because you end up coming together as a team. So like the 3 different characters come together, but then you have to play through. You have to get to the same endpoint, but you get there via a different route with each character to like come together again.
Yeah,
it's cool. The combat is cool. I'm slightly getting to grips more with Nero. I'm still not totally enamored with him. I've got to say. Yeah, I'm still not totally enamored with him, but I am enjoying it. I am getting sort of better with him, but I was pretty much the same as last week. I just feel he's the least stylish of the 3. Dante just seems to have so much more depth to the combat. He's got all this other cool shit going on.
Yeah, and he's got Virgil as his guide. He's guided around by Virgil.
And V.
Is that a biblical joke?
For God's sake, people read the fucking book.
You're wasted on this show, dude.
We don't get it.
It's okay. Somebody out there tell me you got it. Antonio put up a thing where the time code on the last week's podcast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeehaw! Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I watched The Simpsons. I get your Simpsons reference.
Yeah.
But
now it's time to start reading the.
But when with the book, I mean, the last book I read was called Mr. Tickle, right?
Yeah, that's a book.
I mean, it is. There is a lot of depth there, and the ending was crazy. But you're wasted on this show, Duke. You're far too smart.
Wasted.
Totally wasted.
Your jokes are too highbrow.
Yeah.
I trust y'all.
Here's a joke, right? This is the sort of level we're at here, right? Why do ducks have long tail feathers?
I don't know why.
To cover the butt quack. You see, that's the sort of level that we.
That's pretty good, right? You ready to hear my jokes, Stu?
Go.
Anal rectums. That's where I'm at.
That's the level. That's the level you're aiming for.
Mine's not even a joke. It's just funny words.
Tis, you're just too intelligent, Duke. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like those jokes too. Anal rectums are a great joke.
Yeah, that's a good joke. Antonio in the chat says, to Stu, I really didn't like the demo. I think he's talking about Devil May Cry, not anal rectums. And but your thoughts about the character you play as in the demo interested me and made me wonder if I'd like it, just not as that character.
Yeah, I think that's the problem I had. I just don't think Nero's very interesting. Whereas I think Dante and V, I like V, especially just because of how he looks. He's like a total emo. And
it's called V.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the
He recites
idea.
poetry as well, dude.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. He has a little book. He does actually carry a little book.
If there's Virgil or if there's Dante and someone named V, maybe it's supposed to be Virgil.
Maybe.
Yeah, Corzan's got a joke. What the ducks smoke? Quack.
Yeah.
There you go.
You started something there.
You just told.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. Mine covers his butt quack. He's saying
right, but it's the same thing. Play on words, crack and quack.
That's all right. It works. It's a different joke. What's the matter with
I hate it.
So anyway, back to V. V, I love, and I think I love him because I get like double S and triple S sort of rankings. So it's kind of like, I'm good at this with him. Nero, I'm lucky if I get to an A. I just seem to really struggle with his combat.
So you suck, is that why?
Yeah, I suck. I suck playing as Nero. Like
Right.
V, I get like S's. Dante, I usually get up to S. You know, I'm not quite as good as V, but I'm getting into the S ranking. But I don't know, Nero, I'm just shit. I'm just terrible with Nero.
Correct.
So, but yeah, game. You know what? I've got to take back some of the criticism I gave the demo. It is totally crazy. It's funny actually. I was playing it the other day, and Kay came in and was sort of just glancing, you know, like taking a little bit of notice of what was on the screen, and I could see her from the corner of her eye rolling her eyeballs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's good because if she hates it, it must mean I love it.
That's the correct response from Kay.
It is. It is. You know, she was properly like, "What the hell is this?" So yeah. So anyway, look, I take it back. It is worth playing. It is worth playing. There you go. Right,
cool.
Spin the wheel. Apart from Duke, take Duke.
No, it's me. It's me.
It's just you, isn't it? Because Duke has nothing.
Oh my god! I think my nose is killing me. Right. I played. What the fuck did I play? Played something else. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. I should be with memory loss like that. I should be on the OAP podcast. Am I right?
With Draco like that, I could be an action hero.
You shouldn't joke about dementia. You can get it when you're young, you know.
I know. Well,
early set.
Yeah.
But anyway, what else did I play? I'm still. Oh
did
god.
Did you play another game?
I don't know.
What did you stream this week? What did you stream on Thursday night?
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
God. Right. I played a new game called Minecraft.
Yay, Minecraft!
And I was gonna go into a thing right where I have kind of lost this week my gaming mojo, and we've had emails about this.
Not again, not already. Is it catching? I'm a bit worried.
Right, we had emails about this. About do you ever lose your mojo? It's very difficult for us to lose our mojo because we have to produce such a quality podcast every week. And you know, people are waiting to hear what we think of Minecraft. So, yeah, it's very difficult. And I streamed. I was playing a bit of the Division 2, and I asked the chat, "What do you want me to play?" And I think somebody just said Minecraft. And the thing is, right, I fucking enjoyed myself a lot because there is. I think it was just the right game. I've got no desire to play Assassin's Creed Oranges. I don't really feel that motivated to play Treasure Tracker. But there was something about Minecraft that like put me in this like zone of.
Oh yeah, that's a great relaxation game.
It's just like it was just nice, and I won't go into the details of what Minecraft is because we all know what it is. But
what were you doing though? Were you building stuff?
It's been so long since I played Minecraft that I kind of forgot how to play it a little bit. And
what do you do with trees?
So I went into it and I just went, let's just go into a game. I don't really care what it is, and I'll just build shit. And I completely forgot how to play it. I got dicked by a lot of monsters. I forgot how to make an axe, and it was quite, fun. It was quite fun to like. I don't remember any of it. Like, what do I need? Right? What do I need to do? And eventually, I sort of sussed it out, and I have had this kind of like desire to like, you know what, that stupid little world that I just made on a whim. I might go back and sort it out a bit.
You should get Minecraft on the PC, Chinny, and then come build with me.
I know. We should definitely stream together.
Building shit.
And build stuff. There is something in me that also cannot be fucking bothered as well. But
I hear you.
It's so, you know,
once I get set up, once I get my house all ready and like all my chests and all my workspace ready, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
You see, I loved Minecraft when I played it back in the day on the 360 all that time ago, which is a long time ago now.
Yeah.
But I look at it now and I just think it's a time waster. You just doing shit for no real reason.
Isn't the old like, you know what I mean? It's
no, I get what you mean, right? But when you're playing a game that has a story or a narrative, you've got an end point to get to.
I guess
you
so.
sort of
But
work
I
your way
like
to the end of the game.
games like
But
Prison.
there's room in the world for all sorts of games.
There is, and I don't disagree with that. But I look at this now and just think I'd rather be playing something where I've got a goal to get to rather than just digging and building stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I appreciate how cool it is, and I appreciate the cool stuff that people make in this, But I also look at it and think, I haven't got the time. I can't be bothered.
No, I get you, but also shut the fuck up because it's a beautiful game. And,
it is. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just.
Well, then shush.
No, I'm only joking. But like I don't know. It was just the right game at the right time, Stu, because I wasn't really feeling video games, and I was like, we've all felt like that, right? You're like, there's nothing. I have nothing in me right now to play Assassin's Creed. I don't know why. It's just not really what I give a shit about. And when I played Minecraft, I was like, I'm having fun now. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
And it was weird. I didn't want to play Minecraft. Somebody in the chat said play Minecraft. I think it might have been Antonio. And like I was just like, yeah, all right, I'll do that. And but I do like there is something about making something from scratch and building something, right? And then one thing I've never done in Minecraft is like farm and live off the land, right?
Yes, back to platinum in Rocket League 2s. Sorry,
Christ.
And then
we don't know what you're doing now, Duke.
And then
glad you're paying attention.
So
I've
never farmed or anything like that. So I was like, oh, maybe I should like do that on Minecraft and just like see if I can make like a farm and like.
Look at you punching a fucking spider with your bare hands.
I don't know how to play it.
Make a sword.
I just died and lost all my shit down here.
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
So yeah, I thought about like making a farm and like living off the land and like capturing some sheep and like shaving them so I've got wool and like living off it properly. But tell me more because there's Realms as well for the Xbox One version.
Realms is just a way to make a server for you and your
so
friends.
it's a monthly subscription, isn't it?
Exactly.
So what do you play?
I point for you, Stu. There's an End Dragon. If you really want to have an end point in your game, go get the End Dragon. It's called The End.
Yeah, but like, how long do you have to play this game for to get to that point?
That's not the point. You said you wanted an objective.
I know, but you're talking probably
Make up your fucking mind.
Years.
Yeah.
Years playing this game.
It doesn't have to be years. You
I
can
don't
go
think
on
it's years.
and hang out with people who have the stuff. Anyway, whatever. The point is, Realms it's way too expensive. And here's something else that I should tell you about Chinny. I don't know do you know what version y'all have on the Xbox?
It's a version where you've got blocks and you hit them.
Is there stuff in
What?
And
is there stuff in the ocean?
There's fish and dolphins.
Okay, there are dolphins, so it's the latest version. So you can create. You're doing this thing where you go down step by step into the earth, right, for mining. There's this new thing you can do. If you, first of all, you've always been able to do this. You dig straight down. You put a little bit of water at the bottom. You can just fall down into the water. You don't get hurt. And there's this new thing now when you have soul sand at the bottom of a shaft, and then you put water on top of it, the soul sand will cause bubbles to form. And then if you just put a bunch of water on top of it, you can just ride it up. It's an elevator up.
Too complicated for me.
Yeah, that sounds like very complicated.
You come to my server and I'll hook you up.
What's the matter with a ladder?
See, that's the thing.
It takes forever. The elevator takes like 2 seconds. The ladder takes 10 or 12.
I think.
And you know, them 10 seconds make all.
That's the other thing is like if I go into the PC one, you're gonna be like, welcome, Chinny. And you're going to be really helpful, but you're also going to be like, you do this, that,
not necessarily. I might just be like, hey, do whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Yeah. So have you got a server then, Duke?
Yeah, well, I have a server that I play on. I didn't make it, but
so
there's no
what's
round.
going on in that server? Can I just like walk in and do shit?
Yeah.
Can I? What is there land?
Well, yeah, you could buy a plot of land in my city.
In your city? What the fuck? Can I just make my own city? Can I?
You can make your own city, sure.
How do I buy land in your city? Why the fuck should I buy land in your city?
Well, it's silly, but I mean, I can also just give you land.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whoa. So do you buy that with real money, or is it like in-game
No.
currency?
It's in-game currency. You get in-game currency. You in the server I'm playing on. There's a plugin called Townie, and you do jobs like you can be a miner, and so every time you
Wow.
mine a block, you get a little bit of money. But if you vote for the server, then you get like £1,000. So, the city costs money to keep it up, X amount of money per day, depending on how big the city is. But you can easily get enough money to keep the server going for 10 million, or the city going for 10 years by voting, for a week or whatever it is. So
Crazy.
Yep. Crazy. So
Anyway,
Minecraft, awesome.
Minecraft is still a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, let's be honest. Minecraft will always be a thing.
I think so.
That's
Yeah.
It's never not going to be a thing, is it? Really? Let's be honest.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it might go away someday. Who thought
Mm.
Pac-Man would go away?
Oh, it didn't.
Right, that's enough of Minecraft.
Right,
Yes.
I guess it's back to me, seeing as Duke's got nothing anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, because Chinny recommended a game to me. He went, Stu, you should definitely buy this because it's amazing.
Oh. Fun.
Was it Golf
Which was-
Story?
No, I've got that already. But Millie's playing that. She's commandeered me Switch and was playing it for about 3 hours.
Because she's a fucking legend, that's why.
I
Yeah.
know.
Millie.
I know.
Go Millie. Yeah. Go Millie.
Well, there's a little bit of a story behind that because she was playing.
So I got my nails done, hair done, everything good.
Go Millie.
She was playing Awesome P
Yes.
until she got stuck, and then she was like, "Have you got anything else I can play on this?"
Yeah, because that game's weak.
Yeah, so she's sort of given up in a minute. But to be fair, she was stuck on the same level for about an hour.
Maybe she'd
So-
enjoy Minecraft.
Maybe she would. Maybe she would. But yeah, so she's been playing Golf Story, but I've been playing Ape Out because Chinny recommended this game and said, "Oh, Stu, I think you'll like this. It's amazing.
Do you like it?
Potential game of the year." I like it all right.
Yeah.
I like it. It's all right. I've
Okay.
got to say, part of the reason I'm not as keen as you on it is because
'Cause you
it's
shit.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's really difficult.
It is.
And I just keep getting stuck. I'm stuck on the
Where?
same level for ages. There's a level where it's in sort of two parts. Like it's right near the beginning. I'm not that far into it.
Wow.
It's right near the beginning, and there's one half of the level where you run through, and then there's a second half, and all these dudes with machine guns come out of side rooms and stuff.
Correct.
And freak me, can I get through that second bit? Nope.
Wow.
I just keep dying,
You're
constantly
terrible.
dying.
Terrible at
I am
games.
terrible at this game, but I just can't react quick enough. I just keep sort of
'cause
like,
you're old.
oh, shut up.
You really suck.
Yeah, maybe
Get better. Have you thought about getting better?
Maybe I need to get better. But I've got to say, graphically, art style, music is awesome.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, I can totally appreciate how great this game is, but I just wish I was a bit better at it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it is an age thing because I'm so freaking old.
In your house, cut the phone, put a sock in your mouth, let the monkey out.
Let the monkey out.
Show the fools what it's all about. Holla out, yo, say,
Yeah,
That should be the theme song for this game.
Fun fact, my brother had a selfie with that man.
Redman?
Redman.
Awesome.
Yeah.
there you go.
Hey, send
There
it
you
to
go.
me. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. So, with Ape Out, what I like is the level structure. Of
Oh yeah,
Ape
it
Out,
is cool.
because
I like the fact that it's hard to tell where you are in the maze until you get to a fork in the road.
yeah,
That's
it is.
pretty
It is. Yeah, it is quite cool because it's confusing. Like you're an escaping ape. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't know
Alright.
where you are, and you kind of feel like you are escaping in, because the ape wouldn't know the layout of the land, so you don't know the layout of the land. And it's interesting, but what I really like is like each level is like an album. That's the way it's designed in the menu, right?
Right.
And it looks like a vinyl album.
Yeah.
And then when you click the level, it flips the vinyl album over, and each
Nice.
stage is like a track on the album.
Sweet.
So you
You know,
saw
I
on the screen.
didn't know that.
Well, I only just noticed it when I did the second one, Stu. So it doesn't. You don't
Right.
really get the theme until a little bit later on. So this level here is called Heating Up, but so that's kind of like the name of the track. So each
Here's some
track, each
interesting trivia
stage.
for you.
Say again.
Sorry, did you know how many grooves each an average record has? Like on average, take a guess on how many grooves are on a typical record.
Oh, well, no, it's just one.
You
Just
got it
one
right,
single
Stu. It's
groove.
just because it's a spiral.
It is. It's
If
all
it
one.
were more than one, it wouldn't play the next song.
No, it wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't play the next line of the song.
Right, exactly.
It'd only play like the first half a second.
Right. Anyway, you were saying.
Speaking
About
of
8,000.
ruining my groove,
I know, yeah.
so yeah, it's the way it's themed is like it's all you're playing like these jazz albums.
Yeah.
Really
The
interesting.
music is one of my favourite bits. I just love
it's unbelievable.
the music.
Ape Out. So just get better at it, Stu.
I just need to get better. You know, I did put quite a bit of time
My
in.
advice, my limited advice of what I would do is just run through it as quickly as you can. Like
Yeah.
go from left to right as quickly as you can. Try not to take everybody out. I don't take everybody out. I just fucking leg it.
Yeah,
like,
and to be fair, there is no benefit, is there, to taking
No,
everybody out?
no,
It's not like
there's
you
no-
get a better score or anything.
no, I think you get the best. The only sort of scoring system is how quick you do a level. So
Yeah.
just
More
fucking
direct,
leg
the better.
it. Just absolutely leg it. And it's more fun when you
But-
do that.
But as you've nothing else to talk about, have you? I don't think. Is that right?
Correct.
I played a demo on the Switch, which I thought was brilliant this week, which is called Just Shapes and Beats.
Okay.
And Chinny, I think you would love this game.
I
IP
think I saw
just
something about this.
IP just asked what platform is Ape Out on. It's on the Switch PC.
It's also it's the PC. It's on my wish list for.
Oh, is
Steam.
it? Okay. So what was the name of the game again, Stu? What you just said?
Just Shapes and Beats.
Just Shapes and Beats. I have it here.
And yeah, can I just say, Duke, this is definitely another game worth playing a bit of the soundtrack just to give people an idea what this game sounds like, because it is amazing.
Okay.
It's just, honestly, I can't tell you how. Chinny, you would love this game.
Would I?
I would give you another massive recommendation, but I would have bought this game had it been less than a tenner. It was 15 quid. I'm like,
but that's about the price for an indie game.
I know. And
Ape
I can
Out is
see-
15 as well.
And this demo is amazing, right? So I know how great this game is, but
Here we go.
The great music helps, but like
Oh, shut up.
Shut up, you fucking prick.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, try and find one with no commentary. I hate commentary.
It's more commentary. Here, let me do-
I hate YouTube videos where people cut together what they think is the funniest bits of their playthrough. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
fuckers. Oh wait, Stu, Chinny does that. There we go. And it's very well coordinated, so all of
Oh
these
yeah, everything is completely in time.
matches with it. It's a bullet hell shooter, right?
No, it isn't.
Well, you have to avoid things.
Yes, it's like it turns
It's
bullet hell
passive
shooter on
stuff.
its head. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it is. It's Geometry Wars pacifism mode on speed.
There you go.
But obviously every level's completely different to the last.
Yes.
So what they throw at you is totally different, but frig me, it's good. It's so smooth. It just looks amazing. It sounds incredible. And the only thing you've got is like a little boost. So if you press the A button, it like shoots you through stuff. And that's it. But frick me, it is such an amazing game. I can totally recommend this.
Yeah.
But I bought a lot of stuff lately. Otherwise, I would have just bought it. It's just brilliant.
Does look good. Is this for the
It
Switch
is.
as well?
It is. There's a demo anyway, so there's a free demo on the
Cool.
Switch if you want to give it a whirl. But
Oh well.
by God, this is an amazing game.
Just Shapes and Beats for people that didn't hear the name of the
Yeah,
Just
shapes and beats. But there's still more. I played a lot of stuff this week.
Whoa, hold your hats, people.
I know the final game, right? I bought when I very first got my Oculus Go.
Fuck off.
I know. Which is called Racket Fury, which is a table tennis game.
Okay.
And when I first bought it, it was a bit basic. You couldn't serve. It kind of worked, but it was a bit janky.
Uh-huh.
There was only one weird environment where it was in space for some weird reason.
Uh-huh.
But you're basically playing table tennis against robots, right?
Okay.
Floating robots. And it was all right, but it wasn't amazing, you know? But at the beginning of March, they did an update. And now this is this is the reason to buy an Oculus Go, because this game is freaking incredible now. Honestly, if you want to feel like playing table tennis, this is the closest you're going to get to it. It's just brilliant.
I'm looking at it. It does look very realistic.
It honestly, when you've actually got the headset on, you almost forget you're not really playing table tennis. And it's not a super realistic simulator because it makes you feel like a table tennis god.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just but it also still feels like you're playing.
It also.
Yeah. So even though you're pulling off these amazing shots, you know, it actually still feels like you're pulling them off. But you know that there's some assistance going on there.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
do you feel like Forrest Gump playing this?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And when you have
Cool.
a good rally and then win the point, you're like, yes. And the difficulty curve's pretty cool. So each robot you play, obviously, as you finish beating one, then it unlocks a new one. And obviously they get steadily more better. That's terrible grammar.
More better.
They steadily improve. That's probably a better way of putting it. They steadily improve, and they also make fewer mistakes, but they still feel realistic. They don't feel like they're cheating you. When I very first played it, I felt like the robots were cheating almost. But I think they've done so many improvements in one update. It's quite incredible that it's the same game.
Cool.
It's just brilliant. Honestly, if you got an Oculus Go, and it's on PSVR, I believe, and I think it's pretty good on there as well. Massive recommendation.
Antonio says that it's currently on sale on the PlayStation Bar.
I would snap it up if it's anywhere near as good as the Go version, which I can't see why it wouldn't be. You know, it depends how good those Move controllers react. I guess that's what it'd be based on. But by God, it's a good table tennis game. I love it. I'm playing it quite a lot, I must admit. And they've added multiplayer, but I've not managed to get a match because there's never anyone playing it when I played it. I know. So I've never been able to actually have a multiplayer.
Well, the graphics are very, very different on the Oculus Go. I was streaming the.
Yeah, no, but the trouble is I couldn't find the latest version on the Oculus Go. It only had the original one.
Right.
On YouTube. So I did have a look, but they were all old ones. So it looks pretty much exactly the same as what you've just seen, except you only have one controller.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's brilliant. Honestly, what they've managed to achieve is amazing.
Cool.
Well, you can see that's how it originally looked, and obviously you've seen how it looks now. It's totally different. So yeah, amazing. Get it. There you go. I will all recommendations this week. That's it. I'm done.
All right.
Cool.
Is that all the games?
Putting news first.
I think we've got to talk about it.
Yeah, we've got to talk about it. So, Stadia.
Hi, welcome to our Google press conference. We are gonna put the world in a stadium. Welcome to Google Stadia.
Can I just give my overall impression of the whole thing?
Okay.
It was a non-announcement announcement.
I don't think it's a non-announcement show. I think that's silly.
No, but
so for those who don't know, Google is releasing a new streaming video game service sometime in 2019.
Correct.
Yeah.
We don't know anything else about it.
That's it.
We know it's 4K, super high def, 1080p. Oh my God.
An hour and a half telling us literally nothing.
It was an hour.
Very little.
Yeah. Do you know what annoyed me the most? Right, they're gonna release this new PS4 Microsoft killing platform on Google, blah whatever, blah blah blah. But they only told us 2 games that are going to be on it.
I didn't realize
not true.
Games. What are the 2 games?
Wow, what else have they said?
They said that Need for Speed will be on it.
So
and
3.
also, wait. Flappy Bird Remastered will be on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Seriously?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Have they seriously said that?
Yes.
You're kidding. Is that the best they've got?
Yes.
But it makes me worry or wonder that if they've even got any other developers on board, or producers or game studios or
Here's
whatever.
what I'll say about it. I don't put a lot of truck in all this stuff. I don't tend to wet my pants as soon as anybody says anything from whatever. The point is that Google has a really good track record their email was at first invite only, and people were like, whatever, who cares? But now it's sort of the standard. Everybody loves Gmail, right? It's a really good service.
Yeah.
It was, the Google Classroom is now the format we use for dealing with, school stuff. So I think Google has a really good track record. I kind of trust them in terms of what they do, but they're not perfect. They don't do everything perfectly right away. So we'll see.
My opinion is this. You've had YouTube, had you say, right? This is what I think. It depends on two things, right? How much the fucking thing is, and if it works, right?
Well, the thing's nothing, is it? Because it's on anything you've got.
Wait.
Apart from the controller.
Is it a monthly subscription? Is it you just buy the game as a store? I think it's potentially both. I think it might be a hybrid, like Xbox, where you can buy a game on Xbox, but also if you subscribe to their Game Pass, then you get access to a library of stuff. I think they might do that. I think they might do both of them.
I don't know. Do you see, the issue I have is this, like, what they should do is have some sort of conference where they give us all this information. That would be useful.
All I was interested in is, like, where's the cost? Where's the how do you make money?
That's what I mean. That's what we want to know. We don't want to know all the bullshit about servers or capacity or 4K, 8K, 60 frames, dots on maps. We just want to know how much does it cost, what games are going to be available.
So for me, it depends on two things. It's got to work, right? And I think if Google are having a stab at it, it must be at a point where it's pretty good, right? It probably, and people say, latency and stuff, like Pete's talking about latency and all that in the chat. Just remember this, right? It's 2019. It's only going to get better, right? So it'll get better. No matter what you say, no matter how bad it is, they'll get better. It'll just get way, way better. But this is the way it's going to go, right? Whether you fucking like it or not, whether you like the physical version, fuck you, this is the way it is, right? Because no one gives a shit about you. People only give a shit when they get in a bargain, right? Or convenience, right? That's the only, and see how loyal people were to their physical copies on the PC platform when the prices dropped on Steam, right? When you got a much better deal, and it was way more convenient to buy something on Steam than to buy it physically and install it by a disc, right? No one give a shit about physical media. No one's attached to physical media on a PC platform because it was more appealing to go digital. As soon as something's more appealing, right? No one, the nostalgia collected, but that'll be with the fanatics, that'll be with the vinyl collectors, people like Armor who like the retro stuff. They'll still exist, right? But this is the way it's going. Whether you like it or not, this is the future. Whether Google crack it or Microsoft crack it, this is the way it's gonna go.
Oh yeah, and I do not.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked at how many people are so negative about it. I'm so shocked about it.
But you know what? If you live in Cornwall or somewhere remote, you ain't gonna get this, are you?
I know people in Cornwall that have good internet. And there's people in Devon that
people don't in remote places.
Well, fuck them. That's basically what Google says. That's what Google is saying.
But here's the other thing, right? Here's the other thing. You know, that like until mobile internet, until people have all got 5G on the mobile, this is going to still be tethered. Well, yeah, but it's still going to be tethered to your Wi-Fi, isn't it? This isn't, they can give it all this.
5G ain't going to be that far away.
On your laptop,
look how
on your
far,
PC.
Right, Pete. When you design a website now, right? I was talking to a design agency the other day, right? When they design a website, they design the mobile version first now, right? Instead of designing the desktop version, right? No one fucking goes on a website on their laptop or computer first now. Like it's they look at the stats. People are going on the mobile. 5 years ago, that was ridiculous. They would have never done that, right? But there was this shift that happened, and all of a sudden people started to do it, and it's just the way it's like 5 years is a long time in this kind of stuff. And look how far it's not like no one had the idea. OnLive had the idea. Google probably had the idea years ago. Microsoft probably had but the tech isn't there. All it's doing is streaming a video, right? The only complicated part is that you have to send information back, right, via the controller,
Yeah, when you press a button, it has to go all the way back to wherever it is,
And,
and, then
and,
come
and they'll
back to you
crack
again.
it. The fact, right, that I can have a house where I've got Wi-Fi and I'm streaming, I'm uploading a lot of video, I'm downloading your voices, I can see the chat, Tara's watching Netflix downstairs, I've got mobile on my phone, I could probably play an Xbox, a multiplayer game if I wanted to. 10 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. No way.
Oh, no. No, it wouldn't.
Right? So
No,
it's
it wouldn't.
only going to get better. Right? And all they're doing is streaming video and sending some inputs to a server somewhere, probably just down the road, right? And if like Duke said, if Google are doing it, it's they've got to be Google kind of they kind of go all in. I suppose Google Glass was an exception, but this was a big announcement. This isn't like something like they're experimenting with. This is like we're all in, right? We're doing video games now, and I'm shocked that the amount of people on Twitter I've been seeing be like, nah, blah, 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 Game Pass for me. Where's the physical? I'm like, this is you're getting old. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, that doesn't so much bother me. The physical content.
No, I know, but people have been saying, look, I'll go down. I was like, that's old people talk. Like, no one gives a fuck.
If they say to me, right, this is $9.99 a month, and you get access to all of these games to play,
I'll be in.
I'll be in
fucking
both feet,
in.
right?
I'll be in. I'll chuck my fucking consoles out the window, which is probably a little bit too far ahead of the game. I'll probably regret that because there's exclusives on those. But yeah, I'd be in. $10 a month, and you got a decent library of games. They can have my money.
Yeah, and they may do like a similar to Netflix pricing model where they do like $9.99 for 1080p, $12.99 for 4K or whatever. You know what I mean? So they may price it in that way, structure it by resolution.
Maybe, but I think I think that's too complicated. Maybe, but
well, no, because that's what Netflix do, isn't it?
I suppose they do.
And
yeah.
you can have it on like for $9.99 or $7.99 a month. You can have one device. For $9.99, you can have it on 2 or more devices, and then for $12.99, you can have all singing, all dancing 4K and on multiple devices or whatever.
IP in the chat says it will get better, Chinny, but it will never be as good as local hardware. Right? Let me ask you this, Pete: why do people use Netflix instead of Blu-ray? Because Blu-ray is better. I will agree, and anybody will agree, right?
But it doesn't change the fact that it's more convenient.
I've got two Blu-ray players on my desk as I speak now. I've never fucking used them once because I don't give a shit. That's it. Yeah. That's the fact. Yeah. And there was a lot of bullshit in the presentation about, oh, you can change the art style to Starry Night. Like, I really couldn't give a fuck about that, right? And I get it was a developers conference, but the sharing the save thing was fucking unbelievable to me. I thought that was fantastic that you could save a share as a link and go, Stu, check out this bit, and you just I'll play that.
The game.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right, and I just thought, like,
and don't get me wrong, I'm not into the watching people play games thing on Twitch or whatever, which obviously they're not gonna have. You know what I mean? Because they'll want it on the YouTube because that's their thing. So it might not even be on Twitch. But the fact that you can sort of watch someone on YouTube playing a game and it gets to a certain point, and then you can go, I want to play that bit of the game, and it'll just do it. It's kind of impressive. It'll, go to that particular bit of the game. And I do like the fact the walkthrough thing, so you can, if you're stuck on a bit of the game, you can just press and it'll take you to a YouTube video of that particular part of the game.
My mind, because I'm a fucking idiot, right, immediately went to purposely making videos that started at the problem, right, and then just put in a Rick roll, never gonna give you up after it.
That would be funny.
Zing.
But yeah, anyway, I might have to do that. But like, if this is a presentation, this is a big stage. We have watched many E3 stages and presentations, and most of them are bollocks when they talk about how great everything looks and you compare the game to how it actually looks. So you've got to take it all with a pinch of salt. The thing that stood out to me is that he did talk about a storefront, like a store.
Well,
like
I was just going to say that because I'm watching that bit now, and it's reminding me from you saying that rather than being a subscription model, it'll be a buy the game model.
Yeah.
Because obviously that would be the whole point of that, wouldn't it?
It
Play a
would,
game,
but
and then you just buy the game.
Google have they introduced YouTube has now a subscription model, right? So they're a big fan of the subscription model. It's also a very good way of getting guaranteed
Yeah, but what would be
income.
the point of that though?
To get access, like, okay, let's put it out there, right? So Stu, you could buy Assassin's Creed on Odyssey on Stadia, and it's like, you know, it's 45 quid, right? And you can buy that, and you can play it instantly. You can play it whatever you want. You can play it on your calculator, all fine, right? So, but then if you go into Google Stadia Plus, right? If you're a Google Stadia Plus member, you get access to a bunch of games. Maybe they're a bit older. Maybe, you know, Assassin's Creed Origins, the other one, or you know, these 3 other games, or the Halos, or whatever it is, right? You've got access to like a bunch of games that aren't like spitting new but decent, and they get exactly like Game Pass, where they drag fucking Jade Raymond on there, the genius behind the Assassin's Creed bench watching game, the first one, and you know, she's behind it, and they're going to be like making deals. So all of a sudden, you're going to get exclusives on Stadia, and you'll probably get those through the subscription service as well. So, you know, they ain't fucking about. They are not fucking about. And it's
No, they aren't. They aren't.
and people worried about change. Like the human brain is designed to be scared of things they don't know. Right? That's just the way that we've survived when we was in the fucking forest. Like, people just go, oh fuck, I don't know it, therefore I must be scared of it. But this excites me because Microsoft and Sony, forget Nintendo, they kind of do their own thing. They haven't had any competition for years. They've just had a tennis match, right? And Google come along and go, we're gonna fuck your shit up now, and you're gonna have to fucking perk up. And people like Microsoft are making moves. I'm not to say Sony's out the game. They've got some great games, but they're gonna have to step the game up if Google's gonna come in. And it's nice for somebody else to go, you know what? It's like when Microsoft come in, and Microsoft were a joke when they came into the gaming industry, right? They were a joke. People couldn't believe that Microsoft were coming into the gaming industry, and the console was called an Xbox. It was the stupid name. No one took it seriously, and it took them a few years just to get going. And this is the same thing. Like, no one's taking them seriously, and I really think they're going to be wrong. I think this is going to be decent. I really do.
Yeah, no, the jury's out for me because I just want to know more details.
Sure, but they've got to drip feed it out. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't spurt out the price this early. That's just the game. That's the game that these people play, right? This announcement was just to say we're in the game, right? That's it. The next one will be they've got to get people to buy into it and get podcasts to talk about it and all that sort of shit. iPete says Microsoft xCloud will do everything Stadia does, plus there is an option of local hardware and a library of thousands of games already. I fail to see how Stadia will have any advantages over the Xbox ecosystem. That's true. That's a good point, and I think xCloud is going to be very, very good. However, it's Google. Right.
It's always hard to tell how Google's going to do something, but they're
very good.
Close to their chest, and then coming out with something that's pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, Pete says I would love it if Google offered local hardware. That ain't fucking out the question.
Yeah, because that's. Well, I think the whole point of this.
Well, the whole
is
point,
you
yeah,
don't need
the whole
any.
point is that you don't need it. Yeah, that's what they're going. It's for everyone.
Apart from a controller.
So controllers, but you can use your Xbox controller. Wherever.
And I love that. I'll tell you what I did really think was a really innovative thing was the fact that the controller connects to the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what you're playing it on. It just connects to
It's all about
Wi-Fi.
less barriers, isn't it? They talked about
and it goes,
limited.
You're playing on this screen. I've got your controller mapped. Off you go. It doesn't matter which screen, as long as I know which screen you're streaming to.
It's very clever. Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, and to me, I love this idea because like you just never have to fucking worry about upgrading.
Well, look at it another way, right? You know, in the future, we're talking in the future
next week.
But you're on a long haul flight. You know, lots of planes now are starting to get Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi on them.
Wi-Fi on them. you can just set up your tablet on the on the little food table tray, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Get your controller out your bag, and away you go. You can carry on playing whatever game you were playing at home while you're on the plane, going to wherever the hell it is you're going. And the only limitation is how long the battery in your tablet lasts for, and that's it.
And a simple plug can fix that.
Yeah, and a battery pack. One of these. There's plenty of those around these days.
I think this is really, really exciting. It's also scary because you're never going to own a game again, right? But I suppose that's
Which
just
we were worried about with Netflix, but now we realize, you know what? It's fine. It's a good.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I'm excited about it.
It is a crazy world we live in now, and I'll give you an example of how crazy the world is. Like when I was a kid and we went on a holiday.
Yeah.
You didn't speak to anyone at home. If you wanted to phone someone, it used to cost like 10 quid a minute to phone someone from Spain or whatever. So that was it. When you were away, and you were never in contact with anybody.
Yeah.
When we went on a holiday last year, it was the World Cup was on at the time we were away in Lake Garda.
Yeah.
And obviously took my tablet, connected to the hotel Wi-Fi, and then just used whatever, what is it, BBC iPlayer? I can't remember even know what we used, but we just used whatever streamer and just watched it on the tablet. Watched the World Cup on the tablet.
Yeah.
And that's like how crazily small the world is now. You're never that far away, and it's like this. Like the plane analogy, you get to your hotel abroad, and if you're really sad enough to take, want to play games while you're on holiday, there would be nothing to stop you.
Yep. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
It's going to get it's going this way. This is the way it is. Games are the last thing because they're the biggest thing, right? When you think about data, I talked about this before. Music is small, movies are bigger, games are huge. That's why
4K video is a lot of data.
I don't even care about 4K video. I just want if I had 1080p across the board working perfectly, I would be a happy bunny, to be honest. And then 4K can come later for me. If they offered a service where it was 1080p and 4K, I'd probably go for the 1080. I really couldn't give a shit about 4K. Like if it's like a paid extra. If a game comes with it and it's just something that's there, then why not? But I'm really not bothered. This is the interesting thing. Cross-platform play. They did put the words cross-platform play on the screen behind Phil, and I think the other important aspect for me is how the sort of social aspects of it work. If I've got to add you on my fucking Gmail, right, for example, I ain't too hot on that. I don't want to know what, Sarah, like one of my customers who I've got a Gmail on my list is playing on Google Stadia. I don't want to know, like, how does the friends list work? How do you connect to each other on multiplayer? Is there a lobby system? Is there a private chat system? Is there an achievement system? These kind of little faffy things that made the Xbox so brilliant, and the PlayStation had to catch up to it. It's like how are you socializing with people? Because games are social now; they're social platforms. So and they talked about streaming and directly uploading it to YouTube. I get that, and I am interested in that into a degree. But how do us three play together? Do you know what I mean? How do we talk to each other? How do we invite each other to games?
Exactly, but do you also wonder whether they will sort of not swallow the pride or swallow business sense, but allow, Twitch to be part of this ecosystem and, allow you to, you see, but that's a weird thing, isn't it?
They'll never allow Twitch to be it because it's Amazon.
I know, I get all that.
They'll never let Twitch. They're pushing their YouTube streaming so much.
But that's like the stupid argument of Sony and Microsoft not allowing cross-party like multiplayer.
But it's not the same. Argument. No, it's not because all it is a link, right? If I want to watch somebody on Twitch or YouTube, it's just a link. It's not like I have to buy into Twitch and I can't watch anybody on YouTube, right? It doesn't affect the end user. It's just a link. But if you buy a PlayStation, I buy an Xbox, and we want to play FIFA or wherever together, and you put all that, you spent 40 quid and you can't do it. That's ridiculous. But for streaming, the customer does it just means they're just watching on a different website. They don't give a shit. So they'll never do it. But like all I want to know is like, how do you connect with people? Gaming is a social activity now,
Oh yeah, but you'd have to assume if they're going to have this slick sort of streaming platform, the way you connect to people is going to be slick as well and quick.
The only thing that really sort of like puts me off is this is the company that come up with Google Hangouts, which was trash. And,
It's true.
Oh yeah,
and you know it's one of the very few things that they fucked up. To be fair,
Google
Google Plus as well. So they're not that great at social space, right? YouTube, you know, say what you will, but it's not the greatest social platform. So I'm kind of interested in that. That for me, it is ultimately down to how much is it and how well it works. Those two things. If they don't get those, well, yeah. I mean, like I suppose that's a given. But yeah,
that's a given. But they didn't say anything about it, did they?
No,
they didn't say
no.
You know.
They said Doom.
Got all
they
these
said
publishers on board.
I love the fact
Ubisoft
is just the slag of the industry. Like anytime somebody's
Ubisoft will go on anything.
They'll just like, oh, we've got a new console. We've only just made it. Like literally yesterday. It's not ready to go, and Ubisoft have already released Assassin's Creed on it. Like they just don't give a shit. They're absolute. Like,
well, Assassin's Creed was a test for this.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny that Ubisoft, they just turn up to it. Like as soon as the Wii came out, they was like, right, we've got 5 games that utilise the Wii. Their plan is just to attack it very, very anything new and exciting in the gaming industry. They just attack it very, very quickly, which is it's a good strategy. So and there are other strategies to make games with high towers and press Y when you get to the top of them.
There is, and also to unlock the mapping sections when you get to the top of the towers.
Yeah, that's their thing.
But yeah, no.
Is there anything else about Stadia?
Guillemont or whatever his name is sat on the front row as well, which I thought was kind of funny.
Anything about Stadia or anything else?
No, I don't think I've got anything else to say because I just want to know more information.
One more sentence each. I'll start with mine. Overall, I think it's very exciting and good for the industry. Stu.
Show me the money. Tell me how much this is going to be and what other games.
Duke.
Nah.
Brilliant.
Whatever.
Excellent.
There you go. Done. We're done. Right. In that case, let's move on to some emails.
Yes, let us do that. I am in favor of that.
That ruled.
So we've got quite a few this week, I've got to say. Right, okay. First one is from Dan Pentland.
Oh, hello, Dan.
Dan, I like this. Anyway, this is what he says: setting the record straight.
All right.
Hey, veterans.
Hello.
How's it going?
How you
I
going?
was ill at the start. I am getting better, I have to say.
It's getting better. You sound better.
I do sound better. I'm a bit clogged up. Thanks for asking, Dan. But I'm getting better. Is this Dan Hannah's Dan?
It is.
Oh, it's Hannah's Dan.
It's Hannah's Dan. This is what he's going to say. I've been a listener to your fantastic show since 2015, but have never got around to sending in an email.
Fuck you, Dan. What the fuck are you doing, Dan?
15, fucking
Fuck's
3
sake.
years.
Fuck off.
Years,
fuck off,
whatever.
Dan. No, come back, Dan. Come back.
Anyway, imagine my surprise when I receive a birthday shout out on your show last week, along with being called Little Dick Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My girlfriend Hannah asked for the shout out and claimed that all I play is FIFA. So I felt compelled to write in this week and set the record straight.
Here we go.
I do play a lot of games besides FIFA.
All right.
And I've even given a couple of the crap games Stu always tries a go. However, after your terrifying story about Little Dick Dave last week, I am trying to cut down on my FIFA playing just to be on the safe side.
It is true.
EA should really put a warning on the box.
Yeah, they do, but it's just in white. It's in white text on white background.
It calls Little Dick Syndrome, it says, in little text on the side. In all seriousness, though, thank you very much for the shout-out last week, and thanks for the great podcast. I look forward to listening every week. Happy gaming, Dan. P.S. Good luck to the Duchess and Duke in their election campaigning.
Oh, yes. Thank you. We appreciate that. Give us some money.
Yeah, give us a cash.
I love how Duke, for 10 years, has been like, we should never ask for money on the veteran gamers. Never ask for it. But as soon as his wife's running for something,
there's a good reason to ask for money now.
Cash money, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sort of right, but let's be honest. When he had his book out, it was like, buy my book, buy my book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cheers, Dan. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, cheers, Dan.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
We have got an email of some weird little Irish fella called Robin Tate.
He must have sent this on St. Patrick's Day.
He probably did. He said, "Tell me why I don't like Mondays." Hello, boys. Why is it? Why is it you don't like Mondays? You know, the way Valve can't do 3. Well, it seems you guys are saying about publishing the show while it's still relevant. Ouch, Rob.
I'm with you, Rob. I think we should start a hashtag, release the show on Monday.
Keep going on, man. It ain't happening.
Come on, get it
Keep
done.
going on about it.
Because Stu's argument is like, because the people want it on a Thursday. I'm like, I think that's wrong. So you, the listener, have the power.
You have the power.
Anyway, next email is off Pete. Pete is in the chat.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
What up, Pete?
And he says it's sex, guns, and video games.
Ooh.
He says, firstly, I'd like to apologise to Duke for last week's email.
Go ahead. Apologize away.
I was in no way trying to throw shade on feminists. I'm awfully close between the sexes, and I've never found an area in which mine and Duke's views differ, except regarding Skyrim, which is crap.
Hey! I thought you were trying to apologize to me.
I know. It's like rough and smooth.
God damn.
I was merely trying to point out that Dead or Alive is a fantastic game and should not be dismissed just because of the graphics.
That's fine.
That's a nice way of putting bouncing boobs in it, just because of the graphics and physics. Anyway, the main reason behind this email is just how stupid people really are and how much hypocrisy there is in our society.
Fine.
Sex. It's fun, right?
Sex is natural. Sex is fun. Sex is best when it's one-on-one.
Okay.
Is it? Is it really?
Is it really?
I prefer it when it's one-on-none.
One-on-none. There you go. Sure, there are dangers which everyone should be aware of, but generally it's an enjoyable experience. In fact, life is kind of dependent on it.
AIDS.
Yeah. You know what isn't enjoyable?
AIDS.
Oh, sorry. I said AIDS at the wrong point. AIDS.
Having your guts torn out with a chainsaw and paraded around in front of you.
That's what AIDS is.
That's a nice thing to say.
That's what AIDS is.
Thank you.
And you know what is even more deadly than even the most deadly STD?
Yeah.
AIDS. Oh wait, that's the deadliest.
That is.
Yeah, what?
Taking a shotgun to the face.
Yeah, but you can't. Well, yeah.
These facts considered, why is violence so much more acceptable in games than sex? That's a good question.
It is. It is.
Do you see where he went there with all the graphicness?
Keep reading. Keep reading the email because I think
you want more of the email. Okay. Why is mass murderer Nathan Drake cast in a positive light, but the pink shriveled dick of Gay Tony is a massive point of controversy?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. It's the double standard.
Is sex and nudity really more harmful to our children and society in general than the constant bombardment of violence emanating from every popular video game? Shall I tell you why? Right. In the UK and most of Europe, sex in video games would probably not be an issue. Most people will be like, whatever, right?
Whatever.
Moving over to US of A in Duke's neck of the woods, where there's lots and still lots and lots of religious people there. That's
religious people in the UK.
You're joking, right?
There
nowadays, is. No, I'm going to tell you a fact now. This is an absolute fact.
All right, fact.
Most churches in this country now, you have one priest or vicar for about 4 or 5 churches, and he visits each one once in those 4 or 5 weeks.
Why are you only picking on churches? That's not the only religion.
Yeah, but that's where people go to, to worship and whatnot.
Mosques.
Yeah, well, whichever.
But did you just forget most of the different religions in the UK? You're only picking on one.
I'm just giving you an example of
There's fucking loads of people walking into the mosques when I drive past.
It's less and less in the UK than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just
I admit there does seem to be more atheists more willing to say that they're atheists, but they're still religious people. Anyway, I think we're veering off the point.
They're not playing video games.
I think it's
and they're not getting their knickers in a twist because somebody's willy's on the screen.
It's
in
as simple as
Gato.
this. It's as simple as this. All right. What's more embarrassing when you're watching something with your parents, right? Somebody getting shot or somebody getting their dick out on a film, right? It's just embarrassing.
I know, but that's not the reason.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing.
That's not the reason that there's all this controversy every time there's remotely any reference to sex in a video game.
Sex.
But what I find more ridiculous is the fact, and I think a lot of it does come back down to the view that video games are for children or like a kid's pastime, because let's be honest, right? If you get a 15 rated or an 18 rated film with sex in it, it's no big deal, even in America. Yeah, if it's in a video game that's rated R in America or rated 18 in this country, then there's a problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I suppose the mechanic of sex in a video game isn't as fun as shooting somebody in the face, though, is it?
Yeah, but that's not that doesn't cause the controversy because it's a bit crap when you look at it. They don't go, ooh, this has caused some controversy because it looks a bit shit. It's controversial because of what the content is.
Why do people find sex more controversial than shooting somebody in the face in a game?
I don't know. I don't know, because it is a weird, like he says, you know, Nathan Drake is a bit of a cheeky chappy, but he murders a lot of people, or you murder a lot of people as him. I don't know. I don't guess we're ever going to answer this question effectively because it's just one of those weird questions.
We're not.
Remember that game, the dick jousting game? Do you remember? Do you know this?
Yeah.
And it got banned. It got banned.
Yeah.
You can't stream that game.
Yeah. Why though? Why?
I don't know.
It's a cartoon willy going into a cartoon vagina.
I think it's a bum.
Whatever it is, whatever it's going in, it's
going into a butthole.
It's not exactly realistic, is it?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
kind of
how I learnt the birds and the bees, was watching that game.
Well, you'll not be making any babies.
No, that's where I've been going. That's why I still don't have kids.
Well, I don't know. It is funny. I do agree. I don't understand why, like you say, murdering a lot of people is acceptable, but a sex scene in like a game is not. I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Duke's a clever man. What do you think?
First of all, I don't think I am that clever, but whatever. I think that it's in the United States. I don't know about y'all, but in the United States, it's all about puritanical values. Like we are squeamish about sex.
Yeah.
We just don't like to deal with it. Whereas with violence, that's part of the American way. It's like, yeah, this is the thing. Like this is how our country was founded. So I think there's a weird hang up because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely.
You are born with a gun in your hand, aren't you, in America?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Comes out when you're smoking.
The answer, Pete, I don't think we have it. I think it's far too big of a question for us to tackle. But it is true that sex is a beautiful thing when it's done, you know, with two people of consent. But it's just frowned upon in society to bring it up these days. You can't bring it up as willing, but it's fine for Nathan Drake to be a mass murderer. And you don't know who you're murdering. You're probably murdering somebody who's got a Saturday job and is told to parade around the perimeter and say, like, some fucking bastard keeps coming in. And they go, all right, yeah, so don't let him in. Okay, and then Nathan Drake comes behind him and fucking cracks his neck.
Yeah, just before that happens, he's just phoned his wife and said, I should get off in an hour, so the kids are tucked up in bed.
And she's like, do you need this Saturday job? I mean, we'll just get by. It sounds a bit dangerous. Like, no, it's fine. Apparently he never shows up. Like, it's not even that big of a... Dead.
Yeah, that's it. It's gone.
Yeah.
That's it. It's done.
But it is fun.
Anyway, let's move on.
Fun,
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete.
Anyway, there is some finishing off. He does say. He says, "I would love to hear your views on this matter, which you've done." Yeah, we're definitely giving those. As it's something I've wondered about for years, and no one is more qualified to answer these questions than you guys, is true.
Yeah,
which is true. Even if we did it very badly. Thanks in advance for clearing this up. Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Pete.
Ironically, doesn't like Apple.
Doesn't like Apple.
And his name's
Apple.
Apple.
Right, okay. Apple. Right, next one's off. Duke's mate, Duke's bestie, Sean Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And he says this. Yo, VG dudes.
What up, Sean?
What's that?
Sean here from Illinois. Check out my video on the YouTubes. It's about a zoo run by the mob.
Yeah. I haven't checked that one out. I checked out a one recently that he uploaded, and it was filmed on a Super 8 camera. I don't know. You tell me, Sean. It was about a pizza that had been left on the road. You have to watch it. It's very funny.
I think we'll have to watch it. Anyway, he says this. In other news, I think it's hilarious that Stu bought and is raving about the Nintendo Switch just 3 years ago. He was on the same very podcast saying that the Switch would be rubbish.
Yep.
That he wouldn't have enough processing power to play any next-gen games, and that Nintendo was probably going to go out of business. I don't think I said that.
I think you did.
I possibly did.
Yeah.
Oh, how times have changed. Someone needs to edit an audio montage together of Stu crapping on it and then praising it.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could probably do that, couldn't you? Like, you just have to Google when the Switch was announced.
Yeah, you soon find it.
And then we'll just probably find the episode, yeah.
I still can't afford a Switch, but I did just buy the PlayStation 1 Classic.
Ooh.
Because nobody wants it, so it was on sale for $40 at my local Mayor. Is that how you pronounce it, Duke? Mayor?
Well, I don't know what that is.
Mayor.
Meiger?
I don't know. I have no idea what that is.
Must have those in your neck of the woods. Which is a big box store. I don't know what that is either. That's somewhere between the quality of Walmart and a Target.
Yeah, it's okay then.
Speaking of, where does Tesco plays on the Walmart to Target quality scale? I don't know because I don't know how.
So I do. So Walmart
Target
is like fucking trash. It's dirt trash, right? So
Right.
Walmart is like Lidl.
Okay.
Right? And what's like a trashy fucking store?
So it's Target
Walmart
like Waitrose?
A little bit, yes. Yeah. And I would say Tesco is basically in the middle, probably above average. A little bit expensive, but above average. Right? So yeah, I would say whatever the middle is between Walmart and Target, and then just up it a bit. That's where Tesco is.
Okay. Anyway, I bought the PS1 Classic a week ago, and I haven't had time to play it yet. So my question for you guys is this. What game should I play first?
On the PS1 Classic, Destruction Derby.
There you go, Duke.
PS1?
Yeah.
Classic. Oh, no. PS1 Classic.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII.
There you go. I have no clue what's on there, so I'm going to say Metal Gear Solid. I don't even know.
I think that is that is on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Play that.
I'm just looking on there now. Yeah, Destruction Derby's on there. Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid's on there. GTA's on there, but the first one's tough to go to. Rainbow Six is a beautiful game. The first one, I love the first one. Yeah, you're pretty good. Those are good games.
I'd include a list of games that's on it, but I'm too lazy. So either Stu will try to guess based on a vague memory, which I just did.
Correct.
Or Chini will have already Googled it, which
Correct.
he just did.
Wow. Oh my God, Sean. That is mad shit.
Telling the future.
I'm definitely... if I ever get over there, Sean, I want to be in one of your sketches. I'm so fucking determined to do that. Yeah, that's one of my bucket lists on my life, is to get into Sean's YouTube channel. Somehow. I will do anything you want me to, Sean. Anything.
I'm sure you probably would. I'm leaning towards Rayman 1, so that's what he's looking at. Anyway, one more final question, gents. I finally bore down and beat Braid on my iMac.
Ooh.
I loved it. It's probably one of the most depressing games I've ever played in terms of the story, though the ending goes off the deep end. The mechanics are really fun, though. The thing is, it was pretty short, and I'm craving another moody, atmospheric platform puzzler. Any suggestions?
Yes.
Fucking. What did you say?
The Bridge. It's black and white. It's brilliant.
Limbo and then Inside.
Well, yeah, I assume he's already played those.
Oh, okay.
But we don't know. Maybe he hasn't.
We don't know. Maybe he
Fucking
hasn't.
Inside is. Oh my god, what a fucking game that is.
Crazy game. Crazy
If
game.
he's just played Braid, I ain't gonna fucking guarantee that he's played Limbo.
He's played either Limbo or
And he's
Inside.
played, and he's buying a PS1. And this is a man who likes retro cameras, right? This guy likes old shit, right?
Yeah, it's
Sean
true.
likes retro stuff. So Limbo or Inside, if you haven't played one of those, it's
Or Swapper. What about Swapper? That's another
Fuck
Yeah,
one.
Swapper.
Swap's good. I like that.
Anyway, remember that I'm pretty limited because I'm not a member of the PC Master Race and I only own a Mac.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if that would work on his. I don't know if the Bridge would work.
The Bridge.
Try.
The
I'm
Bridge.
enjoying getting back into the podcast after missing a couple of months. Duke, you should have another Yankee get together on this side of the pond.
Yeah, we should.
Cordially, Sean Sandaro. That's a cool name.
Yes, it is.
Good old Sean.
Oh, I see what he did there. He mixed up his name to make it sound cool. There you go. Anyway.
Yeah.
Rightio, thank you, Sean. And we have got yet another email. Here
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
This is off. I know we've got two more yet. This is the one of
Let's
three.
get fucking through 'em.
Yeah, Undead Kerber. And he says this. Bonjour, veterans.
Hello.
Ooh.
Bonjour.
Hope things are going well. I've been thinking about all the big releases, movies coming out this year, from Avengers Endgame, Star Wars Episode 9, and the chilling It Part 2. Very few people regard movies that have come from games good or even watchable. And I know questions have been asked about this quite a bit, but I'd like to flip the question on its head. So what movie would you like to see created into a game? Whether it's just in films, world, or you're playing the actual story.
I think there would be good potential in Inception. Because basically each dream... Inception is like a video game. It kind of plays out like each reality is like a level, right? And it escalates. So I think Inception's got good potential. Apparently there was an Inception game in the works and then it failed.
There you go. I've got one, but it's more based on the book than the movie, because the movie was a bit.
Can I take a guess?
Go on.
War of the Worlds.
No.
Bollocks.
No, nothing to do with that.
I think
that'd be a bit shit. Because what would you have? You'd just have some alien invasion shooting stuff.
No, it'd just be an infinite runner, and it'd be Tom Cruise. Just running constantly, because that's all he does in the movie.
Yeah, I know, very good. No, The Dark Tower.
Okay.
I reckon would make it a really cool RPG type game.
I'll tell you what, Idris Elba is a very cool man, isn't he?
Yes, he
But
is. I've heard
the film
movie sucks.
The movie is shit.
The movie's shit, but have you heard the song that he's in recently?
Song?
Yes.
No.
Idris Elba in his spare time is a DJ. I don't know if you know this. And he's in a song called Bosie with Wiley and Shauna Paul. Something that got solid. And it's very good, I have to say. But don't play it, Duke, because we're going to get fucking struck off again.
We are. I'll tell you, there is a game that I've always thought would make a really good movie. Talking just of going back to the normal, which is The Darkness. I think that'd make a really cool movie.
The Darkness. Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Because it's quite unique, like mob sort of stuff, but with some weird dude with supernatural powers.
The first one was great. The second one wasn't.
Kill the shit out of people.
Good. They should make another Darkness. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I love that game. Okie dokie. There is a little bit more to his email to carry on. I was always a huge fan of the James Bond games back in the day, from GoldenEye to Rogue Agent. These were all great solo games and had great unlockables, multiplayer, and great fun, especially with 4 players and swinging around with a giant claw like Spider-Man on Agent Under Fire. Dodging proxy mines and detonators was such a laugh. I think a game like this needs to come back due to multiplayer, needs being to basic maps, deathmatch missions, but online. Show these younglings how we played multiplayer back in the day. It was such a more simpler time. Anyway, I'm rambling. Have a great week. Ow. and I picked up my EGX ticket with a couple of mates this week. It will be the first time I've ever been. Really looking forward to it. Tickets are selling quicker than I expected.
Oh.
There you go. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Undead Care Bear. I'll be at EGX.
I might not be. Weirdly.
Stu might not be, but Luke, hey, Undead Care Bear, seek me out, and I will let you touch me. How about that?
Oh yeah. Okay, next email tonight is off Derek Sands.
Derek Sands.
Hear me now.
And you know him. He's called Derek. He says this. Oh no, they didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh no, you didn't. Hello again, veteran gamers.
Hello.
Hello.
I have been recently watching the TV series Abandoned Engineering. Yes, I am living La Vida Loca.
Fucking hell.
As the name suggests, it deals with massive engineering projects that were never finished or were abandoned due to unforeseen circumstances.
Okay, I wasn't in on the name, but now I'm in.
This leads me to look into video games that met a similar fate.
Ooh.
After doing some online research, I was surprised just by how many games
Oh my
never
God.
made it.
It
to a
happens
legal
all the time.
Final release version. The one I always remember, I'll tell you what I always remember from when I very first got the 360, and I bought like 360 User Magazine or whatever it was at the time, many, many years ago. And there was a game in there called The Outsider.
Right.
Which was being made by the dude who made Elite Dangerous thingy. Is it Brabham or whatever his name is? Can't remember what his name is now. But anyway, it's the guy who made Elite and Elite Dangerous, and it was going to be this, and there was nothing like it at the time. It was obviously like Crackdown or any of those games, and it was going to be this open world espionage, you're on the run kind of game where you could actually go anywhere you liked and all this, and it was kind of going to do what everything since has done. And that's one of the first ones I remember reading about that never saw the light of day.
Yes.
Yeah, it was called The Outsider. Anyway, these are the games he's got that he wants to share. Number one is BC. This Microsoft game reminds me of a more printed version of Far Cry Primal featuring a caveman community building loop. Never heard of it.
No.
Never heard of it. Batman by Gaslight.
Wow.
What the hell the sort of title is that? An open-world Batman game set in Victorian London hunting down Jack the Ripper, no less. That sounds quite cool, actually.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of that Batman hunting down Jack the Ripper. Who knew?
Everybody say goodbye to Pete.
Bye.
Bye, Pete.
Thrill Kill. Probably the most notorious PS1 beat-em-up game that never legally was. I think it later became Wu-Tang Beat-em-up.
Wu-Tang?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. There was Def Jam as well. The Def Jam Icon games and stuff.
The Wu-Tang game, I never played it. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to see the Wu-Tang Clan, Duke.
All right,
Wow, that's
right.
cool.
Apparently they're shit now, because there's like 4 of them.
You mean the live show's not great?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to get them all together. They did a good job on Logic's newest album.
But there you go. Do you know the actual term for games that get created, announced, developed, but never released, nor cancelled? Do you know what the term is?
No idea.
The actual term, there's a term specifically for video games. It's called vaporware.
Ah, yeah. No, I have heard of it.
So the most famous vaporware game is Half-Life 3 or Half-Life 2 Episode 3. That's the most famous one.
Well, no, because they've never announced it. There's never been any footage.
Nope, that still counts.
I
Still
guess.
counts. Still counts.
Only because people think it's gonna. Well, it should have come because obviously the ending of.
There was
episode
released
2.
artwork. There was a release script. It counts.
Was there? I didn't know. Oh yeah, there was because he released it when he left,
released it.
didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah, with what was going to happen,
So that
the
game was the most
outline of the
famous
game.
vaporware.
Anyway, there is 2 more. The Elder Scrolls.
Go on.
The Elder Scrolls Travels Oblivion, a cancelled Sony PSP game that never got beyond the very basic concept stage.
Oh.
And number 5 is Sadness, set to be a Nintendo Wii and Wii U exclusive. This psychological horror never saw the light of day.
There you
So
go.
there you
How
go.
sad.
Agent is the other one that I always think
Yeah,
of.
that's Vaporware. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you games that
Logo. We've seen the logo.
the games that actually came out that were Vaporware, because that can happen as well. So the most famous one of this one is Duke Nukem Forever. That was Vaporware for 10 years, and then it got released.
Terrible as well.
Got for a release date of scheduled launch of 1998, and then it was announced for 2001, and then it later came out it was announced for late 2010, and then was finally released June the 10th, 2011. 15 years after it'd been developed. Another one is Team Fortress 2. I never really knew much about Team Fortress 2, but Team Fortress 2 was announced in 1999, and it took 8 years to be released, and was released with the Orange Box in 2007. There was a Bethesda Softworks one, the reboot of Doom. So that after Doom 3, Doom kind of went into a hiatus, and they made Doom, announced it, but then they absolutely scrapped it and put it back, and then sort of relaunched it all. Also, Final Fantasy 15 was technically a Vaporware because that got pretty much binned and started again. Interesting stuff.
And the other one that's more recently is Beyond Good and Evil 2. That was supposedly getting announced year after year after year.
So that is an example of Vaporware that's currently ongoing. It does look like it's eventually going to happen. There's one game that usually they kind of just like disband and stuff, but the one that's interesting that never came out is a game called 6 Days in Fallujah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's a tactical shooter based on the second Battle of Fallujah. And the reason why that never sort of came to light is because of the controversy around it, and said that no publisher would do it. It's basically a topic that no one wanted to touch and release. No publisher would believe that it would sell, which is kind of ironic because now the game's Vaporware, it probably would do okay.
Yeah, probably would.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Antonio's just said one. Mother 3. Mother 3 is development of Mother 3. Oh my god, it's got its own thing. It's a role-playing game from Nintendo, announced for the 64DD. So consoles can have Vaporware as well. Anybody remember the 64DD?
Nope.
Yeah, sounds like a double D.
I was gonna say, is it a console with bigger breasts?
It's a disc drive. It's a disc drive for the Nintendo 64, right? And it was released only in Japan in 1999. And I remember seeing it in a magazine going, holy fucking shit, the game's up, Sony, or Sega, or whatever it was. So Nintendo are coming, and they're going to fuck your shit up. But it never came to the UK or the US.
There you go. Right, I just got a little bit
Sorry,
more.
Derek. Interesting topic, so that's why I like.
Interesting. The one gaming franchise I wish could now be abandoned is Assassin's Creed. Enough is enough, Ubisoft. Yeah, but people keep buying it. They'll keep making it. Mm-hmm. So, veteran gamers, what game or game franchise would you choose to be forever abandoned? Call of Duty.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that bothered if they abandoned Call of Duty. I think I this is controversial, but I kind of hope that they just don't make another Uncharted.
They might not.
But the problem with video games is because the hardware improves so much that rebooting is justified. Do you know what I mean? Like the reboot of Lara Croft was justified because we never had a real cool modern Tomb Raider, right? So a reboot is inevitable with most games that are successful. But like Uncharted is so good, and it's such a good example of a progression of hardware, of ambition, of storytelling, that it's kind of like this perfect package of how games evolved between 2007 and 2016. Do you know what I mean? Like this, like
there is. I mean, to be
nice
fair, you've not played the very latest one.
I haven't, no, but I know it's a very good story, and I know it's like.
But the way it ends, it can go in a different direction and still be fine.
Yes, I've heard that as well. But like, I suppose they've openly admitted that sort of Nathan Drake's story's finished. But yeah, I just don't think it's a franchise that we need to go back to all the time. I've got to sneeze.
Achoo!
Achoo. And anyway, anything from you, Duke? Any games you'd like to see abandoned forever?
Elder Scrolls. No, just kidding. I think no. I'm happy with games. I mean, yeah, no, I'm fine. Whatever.
Bayonetta.
Shut up. I'm abandoning this email right now, Derek.
I see what you did there.
I see what there. Thank you, Derek. Good. I like it. Okay, final email tonight is off a certain person called Jason Gallagher.
Oh, Jason Gallagher.
And he says this, sales pitch. So, Remothered and Vampire or cheap on Xbox right now. I'm reading this email terribly. Cheap on Xbox right now. Would you kindly check the trailer for Remothered and give your thoughts? I've never even heard of Remothered. Have you? Have you heard of this? What the hell is Remothered?
Never heard of it. Don't know it.
No, I don't know what it is. I'm going to get the trailer on the screen very, very shortly. He threw me off there because I loaded the trailer for Vampire instead. So let's just get this up here, doobie-doobie-doo, and swap it over. I don't know much about it, but I'll just kind of inform the audio listeners. It's 18, by the way. So there's a woman standing by a window. There's bees or something in the game.
Covered in bees.
Bees, not the bees. It kind of looks like it's set in Victoria. It's like a horror game, Victorian age. Maybe there's an old woman standing by a window again.
Why is there a character with a lampshade on the head?
I don't know. Is
that meant to be scary? A lampshade? Tassels?
I don't know. I suppose so. Yeah, there's a lot of like freeze framey. It looks like a survival horror creeping around. Fucked up Victorian game. It doesn't look too bad graphically. Like it could be cheesy. I don't know. Remothered.
A good kill with a hammer's always good, I have to say. And then there was a shot then of someone with their hand inside somebody's chest.
The quote from IGN.
Oh no, it's something sticking out of
it. The quote from IGN says, "Remothered looks very good." That was the quote that they got from.
Why did he have the Silence of the Lambs moth then?
I don't know.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried when I see something like that. Yeah, go for Vampire. Anyway, he said also there's a guy I know, a Boo Fowler, and trust me, he isn't the character from To Kill a Mockingbird. This guy is real weird. He used to have good taste in video games. Peace and love, Jason.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes that. I've gone, play a few mainstream things now. I think he's a bit like, yeah, why is he playing that?
Well, you're playing the mainstream stuff.
I'll tell you what, I did nearly buy The Missing on the Switch this week on more than one occasion. I keep on looking at it, man, because it's on sale at 15 quid, and I'm like, should I do it? Should I? But I don't know whether I want to play a game where I constantly break the bones of someone to solve a puzzle. It just seems a weird concept. I mean, I like weird games, but that's really weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And that's it for email. So thank you very much to everybody who contributed this week. It's amazing of you all.
Yeah, you rock.
You do. You all rock. And that's it. I think we need some shout outs and get the hell out of here.
Let's do that. I think that's a good idea.
It's a very good idea.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Shout out. Right. Yeah, Duke, go for it.
Yeah, I want to shout out the Duchess, and I want to shout out everybody listening, and Jason Gallagher, and I, Pete, and Antonio. I hope you're feeling better. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, everybody. We love you.
There you go. I'm gonna shout out Chinny for powering through his headache tonight and coming out the other side.
Thank you.
There you go. See, shout out to you, Chin. You're the man.
Yay.
There you go. Oh, and can I just say, can people confirm for eating after the meetup, because I need to book a table, I'm guessing, because it's
people
Saturday
have
night.
We'll have to count stuff.
Count the numbers, and I'll get a provisional booking in at Mezzaluna for anyone who's wondering where it is we're eating at. Mezzaluna. It was good. It was good last time, so hopefully it'll be good this time. Right, Chinny, over to you.
Yeah. Shout out to I'm doing what Stu does when he's reading.
Blip, 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 blip.
I don't know. Yes.
Blip, 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 blip.
Remember, I think it was it Peter Robson? Remember Peter Robson? Do you remember? Do you remember what he was doing?
Not really.
I think it's Peter. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed if I got the name wrong, because I usually write these down.
Just
anyway, somebody was sending us T-shirts.
Oh gosh, yes, I do remember. Yeah.
That's Peter, right?
Possibly.
Oh god, Peter. I hope it's you.
Just a minute. You carry on talking, and I'll double check. Just a minute. You carry on going. Go.
Talk.
Right.
Talk.
Anyway, I think it was Peter. He sent some T-shirts over, and he sent 2. And he must think I'm a fat bastard because he sent them in extra large. But I'm very
that'll fit me.
Very, very grateful. And he's done some designs on there, so I'm going to put them up on the Facebook page when I remember and be bothered to do that. But I really appreciate it. They came to my work. I think they've been in my letterbox for ages because no one checks the actual letterbox, because usually when there's a parcel they'll just give us a ring on the reception. So yes, thank you so much for sending those. That was very, very nice. 1 black one and 1 green one. And it says some funny things on the front. So yeah, I just wanted to thank him for that. And I will...
No, whoa.
Was it not Peter?
Pete Weaver.
Pete Weaver. Sorry, I'm so.
Ready, Weaver.
We do have a Pete Robson as well who emails in the show.
Pete Robson was
Weaver.
like. Pete Robson was like, I didn't fucking send no T-shirts. There you go, Pete Weaver. I'm so sorry, Pete.
Pete, just ignore Chinny because he's a dick most of the time.
He does
it's
have.
Fine.
I know, Pete. He does have a link to his. He's got a Facebook page, Mr. Weaver, and where he's doing. I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed now.
You're so bad.
I know. It's so bad. But yeah, he does have.
If you just said Pete, you'd have got away with it.
I know. It's true. I was close. That's the only thing I got to hang on to. I was close.
Oh, Pete in the T-shirt. Pete the T-shirt man.
Pete the T-shirt man. He's got a Facebook page. What I'm going to do...
It could be Little Dick Pete.
I'm going to link to his Facebook page on our Facebook page and post the pictures of the T-shirts.
Hey, do you know what's cool? I was thinking, what am I going to wear on the meetup? Now I know. I can just get changed.
To be honest...
Big question in Stu's life.
To be honest, I reckon me and you could both be in it at the same time, Stu.
Cool, that's good for me because my belly
that's
starts,
a picture.
So
that's a picture.
Doubtful. We're not. I doubt we both get in it.
I don't know.
My squeeze.
I will bring them to the meetup though.
That would be flesh on flesh, which will be very strange.
I'll bring them to the meetup, and I was thinking about, and I don't know how much progress we've made on this, right? Having a Bomberman tournament.
Yeah, no, I need to. I haven't even contacted them or anything yet.
This was Sumu's idea, right? Bomberman is a game that anybody can play. It's very easy to play, and also you can play 4 at a time against each other. Everybody's against each other 4 at a time, so it's a really, really good game to get through a crowd very quickly. So having a Bomberman tournament at a fixed time, so everybody meets at the big screen and says, "Okay, we're going to play Bomberman now," and watch each other play Bomberman. That would be cool. It's really easy. Who doesn't know how to fucking play Bomberman, right? It's easy.
Even I know how to play Bomberman.
You just drop a bomb.
And I'm old.
And if I pick one, it's probably going to be Super Bomberman 2, which is the better one.
Yeah.
Standard map, nothing exciting. 2 minutes before you got to sort your shit out, and it closes in. So that's what we're thinking about doing. And maybe the winner of that will get a T-shirt, XL Veteran Gamers, designed by Pete Weaver.
Whoa. Nice. Give them yours.
Yeah, they can have mine. Yeah, it's fine. But like, you know, I'm happy to do that because I'm a nice person. Stu's going to keep his because he's selfish.
You want to keep mine?
But I really appreciate Pete sending those. That's very nice of him. Massive respect.
Respect.
Cool.
Right, is that it? Are we done? Let's get the hell out of
13th of April, we're doing a meetup. Thursday night.
Thank you very much, love.
Thursday night, 7 PM, I do my streaming. Sunday, we stream live. There is a new video on the YouTube channel.
God damn it.
There's a new YouTube channel. New video on the YouTube channel. It's me playing The Witcher 3. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Fuck. That's the show. That's the show.
That's it, we're done. Where do we find out who's going to the meal then? Where is that?
People have emailed in various things.
Oh, you need to tell me. I have no clue.
I'll figure it out.
Figure it out. Let me know.
What I'll really do, listeners, just an insight of what I'll actually do, is I'll make up a number.
Sooner rather than later, and I'll give him a bell and try and get it sorted out.
Yeah.
And
There's
we'll get it
probably
booked.
about
10?
15.
I don't know. 15? I don't know.
What they're gonna do if you get the wrong number? Like if you go higher and then you just have to put a deposit down.
I don't know. Don't know. Depends how many, I guess.
How many did we have last time? It was about 8, 9.
Yeah, it was about 8 or 9 last time. But what time? I've already had 2 people ask me in the last 2 days. Pilch and is it his brother, his son? Pilch's son? I think.
I don't know.
But there's Pilch and somebody. Then I've had a WhatsApp tonight asking where it is for somebody else. And so I reckon there's probably going to be a few. I think there's people coming who aren't even on the Facebook thing.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I think we're going to have quite a few again by the look of it, which is great. You know, everyone likes to get together.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So it should be good.
Well,
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll just fucking say 15 and then...
15 and then we'll figure it out.
We'll fucking sort it out. It's fine.
Yeah. But if we book early enough, it shouldn't be a problem. So last time, was it about 5:30 we went last time? It was about 5:30, 6-ish, weren't it? It was fairly early.
I'd say 6 is a good time.
Yeah, so book a table for 6. They're not going to be as bothered if we book one for, say, 7:30 in the middle of, like, the Saturday night and then everyone doesn't turn up.
Yeah, I think
they won't be as, they're not going to be as annoyed.
15 at 6, I think would be
15
I think would be
right,
covered.
I'll do that, and then we can always amend it nearer the time if we get more accurate numbers.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, right. Is that it? We done?
Yeah, we're done.
I think that's it. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Done.
and a special bye to the live listeners. Goodbye, everybody who's listening live.
That's it. Bye, live.
Punks.
Hey, I got a new Witcher video on the YouTube channel. Watch it, you fucking bastards.
Yeah, shit, you fucks.
You fucking...
Hey, I'll tell you what. It took me a while to remember where the hell we went for the meal. You know, I had to look through. I had to go into TripAdvisor and go, right, what was it called? That place we went to.
Look at the comment I got on the video. Right, Soul Brother said
that
that had me in tears, LeMayo.
Yeah, wow. He's easily amused. That's what I've heard.
What episode is this?
81, 481.
81. Okay.
Apparently, Antonio was saying he may come up with Kyle now, so he might still come.
Oh, how about that?
He might come after all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon there's probably going to be more this year than last year. I'm feeling
Possibly.
it.
That's why that'll be good to have a tournament where we all meet at the big screen at a time, because then we'll all be together.
So what time do you want to stay?
Guys.
What?
Trophies are really cheap. Go to a trophy store and get like a trophy. Get 3 of them and have a Donkey Kong tournament, a Bomberman tournament.
Yeah, see what you did there.
Serious. Like they're
What
fun.
do you mean? We do that every year.
I'm saying though, do you have trophies?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go and get trophies. We have a trophy shop near where I
we do.
live.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind then. Okay.
I thought you were taking the mickey.
I thought you were taking the mic to me.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had that.
Yeah, we have trophies.
Well, if you made the effort, Duke, and came.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I didn't get a trophy when I came all the way across the ocean.
That's true. We should have got you one.
I'd have got you one.
Oh, we got lots of trophies. We don't have one for
Hey,
you.
I had enough to fucking worry about. I had enough to worry about.
Duke, I organised the trophies. I didn't even know you were fucking coming.
I had enough to worry about. My thing was just to get you all there without you knowing. Right, that was my problem.
You could have had a trophy just waiting, and then when I showed up, you could have been like, "Oh, come back to my place."
I haven't got time to fucking get a cheap ass trophy ready for you.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, bye.
Yeah, I've got to go to bed as well.
Peace.
Right, I'll book the meal, and I might send him out. Last year, I just contacted him via direct message on Twitter.